welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. My name is Adrienne and I'm the mom of two extremely picky eaters trying to introduce new foods. Today is Monday and yesterday I meal prepped a whole bunch of bacon and I reserved the bacon fat. So what I'm doing is getting this chicken cooked up in the bacon fat, and then I'm also going to cook the tomatoes later in bacon fat, and I'm making a tomato, basil, chicken spaghetti pasta, and this was so good. And you know what? My son Sebastian actually tried a plain noodle, so yay! I call that a win. Wow. How do you like it, Claire? Tuesday for lunch, I made my kids their favorite, which is pan-seared salmon. I get a huge piece of salmon and I cut it into individual portions. I season it with just salt and I pan-sear it until it's really well done and crispy because that's how they like it. And then I can get them to eat some fruit, and my daughter loves white rice and soybeans, and that was hers. And then for me, I had meal prepped these salads on Sunday, and it was so nice just to reach into my fridge, pour the dressing on top, and my lunch was done. And then on Tuesday night, I made chicken piccata, or as my kids call it, crispy chicken. They don't have any of the sauce on it, but what you see me doing here is taking off the little chicken tenders and then slicing each piece of chicken in half, and then I'm going to bread it with Panko Parmesan cheese, and first I'm going to dip it in egg and milk, and then I'm going to pan-sear it and make a sauce out of capers, a lemon, butter, and white wine. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you've never had chicken piccata before, you gotta try it. Wednesday, I made butter chicken, and butter chicken is chicken that's been marinated in yogurt, lemon, and a whole bunch of spices. I've got cumin, turmeric, curry powder, smoked paprika, garlic, and salt and pepper, and then it marinates in your fridge for, I did 24 hours, and then I get my cast iron skillet out, and I brown the chicken on both sides, making sure it's all done, and then I take an onion and I thinly slice it, and then I toast the same spices that I used to marinate the chicken. I add some tomato and dairy, and I serve it over biryani rice that my husband had brought home from our favorite Indian restaurant last week. All right, Thursday was Christmas Eve, and here are my Christmas monsters. Look at that face. I say, take a picture with mom, and that's the face I get. So much fun. We went to my parents' house, and we had a delicious oven brisket. We got to open presents, and I swear to gosh, look at my daughter's face. Like, this is just her face now. Like, I wonder if it'll come back, but oof, looks could kill. We had a really good time, and my daughter was a good sport. We used to call her Chucky because she used to make this Chucky face. So for Christmas, we got her a Chucky shirt, and she was a good sport and played along. And then that night, Santa Claus came, and it was so much fun. We love Santa magic. My son was so good and so excited to see him, and it was really special and really magical. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas if you celebrate. And then this is our cats. Hannah on the left is my daughter's cat, and Trudy Campbell on the right is my son's cat. She is 3 months old, and she's a total butthole, and we love her so much. My husband for Christmas got me my very first food processor. I've never had one before, and a whole new cooking set of pots and pans, which is right up my alley. I love to cook, and I was really excited to get this. And then Santa brought my son a grave digger monster truck, so we had to get out here. It was really cold. It actually felt like Christmas in Southern California, and we had a really good time. And then my son was absolutely exhausted, and he ended up taking a 4-hour nap after this. Christmas dinner was a show-stopping prime rib, and I wish I could take credit for it, but my husband did everything. I actually didn't do any cooking for Christmas except for making this delicious salad dressing and chopping up some lettuce and steaming some asparagus, but my husband, this was amazing. He made this prime rib and Yorkshire pudding and the best mashed potatoes I have seriously ever had. It was such a special meal. We had some prime rib left over and I wanted to use up every single piece of meat because it was so good. And so I decided to make some bone broth out of a couple bones and some fat. So I got it in a pot and I added some aromatics, and I'm still cooking that low and slow 2 days later. And then I went on a walk and the sky was absolutely gorgeous. For dinner, I took those amazing mashed potatoes my husband made and I made a savory kind of Asian inspired potato hash. I took the potatoes, I chopped up some spinach and all of this Canadian bacon, and then I added a couple splashes of this ponzu sauce, and then I took the potatoes and made it into balls, but I ended up smushing it all down and cooking it in my cast iron skillet, and it had like this amazing crust. And I also cooked it in a stir fry oil, and the stir fry oil has hints of garlic, ginger, and sesame oil, so it was so savory and so umami. I love Asian food, and this was so amazing. That's it for another week of What's for Dinner. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and safe. If you like content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot, and I'll see you next week.